On question number 4, they are first wanting you to find the measure of those angles. Remember, that's what that little m means, the measure of angle DBE. The first thing I see is this straight line, this straight angle. So when I get done, when I find these 4 individual angles, angle addition tells me that that total, oops, that was weird, that this total is going to end up being 180. That 180 is getting chopped in half here. And the reason that I know for sure that it's half is because there's this box. Remember, the box means 90 degrees. So if 90 is on the right of it, that leaves me with 90 to be on the left of it. So this here will be a 90-degree angle. But 73 is already labeled, which means this chunk and this chunk totals to 90. They're complementary if they add up to 90. So if I take 90 away from 73, I will find, is it 17? Pretty sure that's 17. So then I could do the same thing on the other side. These 2 angles add up to 90. If they total to 90, then I just need to take 39 away from it to find what's left. So I get 51 when I do that. Now I'm actually going to go look what angles they were actually asking for me to find. So let me clear out some of these marks I scribbled all over. Okay, so D to B to E, that's the 17 that I found. Then F, B, D. F to B to D, that's actually these 2 angles. I'm going to use angle addition to just combine them together and get 68 degrees. Then I'm going to do EBF. EBF, that's just the 51-degree angle. And then ABF. A to B to F. Those are 3 angles put together. So I'm going to add 73, 17, and 51. And I should get 141 degrees, which makes sense because it was everything except this 39. So a straight line without the 39 is still 141. So now that I have them all measured and found and everything, there's a couple questions it wants to know. So it just says EB, upside down T, AC. Now remember, this symbol means perpendicular. It's asking, when those 2 segments run into each other, does it make a right angle? True or false? So there are right angles in this picture, but look for those segments to make sure they name the right ones. They name EB, which is here, and AC, which is here. And those are the 2 that are making that right angle. That is a true statement. We are still using that picture for the next one when we're going to practice our vocab words. So as a reminder, complementary means when you sum them together, you get 90 degrees, while supplementary means when you add them together, you get 180 degrees. If 2 angles are adjacent, they are next to each other. Congruent just means equal, the same. Vertical, you need 2 intersecting lines and they'll be across from each other. I'm not going to have that in this picture because I don't have 2 complete lines intersecting. I have a bunch of like start here and then go. I have a bunch of rays, but I don't have 2 full X's, 2 lines making an X. And then a linear pair will be if you have marked adjacent and you've marked supplementary. This shows up a lot in Unit 2B where you just see these 2 angles sit next to each other on a line. So the first one is CBD. CBD, it's this angle, and DBA. So D to B to A. I've pretty much highlighted the whole thing. Specifically, I see that they are making that line together. So they will be supplementary because they make a line, they make 180. They're also just right next to each other. That green angle that I traced is next to the yellow angle. And since I marked supplementary and adjacent, I mark linear pair as well. So next, EBF, that's the 51 that we found. And then FBC, that's the 39 that was already marked for us. These ones don't make a straight line. The yellow and the green combined make a right angle. Therefore, they are complementary. They add up to 90. They are also next to each other, so I'm going to mark adjacent as well. Those are the only ones that apply to that. Lastly, I have ABE, the right angle, and I'm pairing it with EBC, another right angle. If they're both right angles, that means those are the same numbers. They are congruent. But I also see them sitting right next to each other. They're adjacent. They're both right angles, 90 and 90. 90 plus 90 makes 180. Therefore, they also are considered a linear pair because they are adjacent and they are supplementary.